Welcome to the College of Science and Engineering. Welcome to Flinders. And good to see you all here on a very bleak, cold, wintry day. At least the sun came out for a little bit, and hopefully it'll stay out for the rest of the day until tomorrow when it's going to be terrible again. But anyway, my name is Associate Professor Carl Mooney. I'm the Teaching Program Director for Computing and Mathematical Sciences. Also, with my counterpart here, Nasser Asghari, he is the Teaching Program Director for Engineering and Design. Is that correct? I think it is. So I'll be sort of emceeing the most of the session today. Hopefully we'll give you some good information about what you've got to do, how you're going to go about your studies, and things like that. Now, why won't that turn? Okay. Try that. First of all, though, I'd like to make an acknowledgement to country in that we are meeting on Kaurna land, and I'll pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And without further ado, we will move on. Now, my outline says that we have some tips for success, and I think that is Tash, who's going to come and talk to you about that. Okay, I don't know whether you want a mic or do you want a big mic or a little mic? Okay, I'll get out of the way.
Other screen.
Just use that. That's not you? One more?
There we go.
There you go.
Hi everyone and welcome to the Flinders orientation. My name is Tash. I'm one of the enrolment and course advisors in the College of Science and Engineering. I'm part of a support team who can assist you with planning your studies as you progress through your degree. I was splitting my time between Tonsley and Bedford Park, so depending on where you are as to where you can find me. Our team also consists of Aaron Yule, who is a coordinator of enrolment and student progress, who is predominantly at Bedford, but he can also be found here on a Thursday as well if you need some assistance. And then we've got Jackie Cavey, who is my counterpart that mostly looks after the science students, but also the IT ones as well, and she is based at Bedford Park. I look after engineering and design, as well as computer science and maths. So if you're in one of those degrees, then you'll probably find that I'm the one that will assist with your inquiries. The most important things for you to look at is your course rule. So this actually outlines all the topics that make up your degree, and also has a flow through of when you should be enrolling in topics and when. So they can all be found on what we call the Flinders Handbook. And so you basically search for your degree, scroll down the page, and then you'll find year 1, year 2, year 3, etc. Every degree that we have here at Flinders has a study planner, and that's a recommended enrolment process for when to enrol into your topics. And if there's anything that's out of the norm, then you can request a personalised study plan and we can put one of those together for you as well. The easiest to find those study planners is if you Google Study Plan Flinders. This will lead you to a website where you can put in your degree and then find the PDF version of your document. Yeah, sometimes there are more than one option, so make sure that you do click on the one that is relevant to you and your degree. So if your situation varies a little bit, like you have applied for credit, if you've been admitted into a combined degree and you're actually doing 2 different degrees at the same time, if you have a timetable clash or anything like that, then you can please submit and ask Flinders, request some personalised assistance, and then one of our team will be able to assist you with that process. Everything basically can be resolved by submitting an Ask Flinders and at least asking a question. If you don't ask the questions, then we can't know that there's a problem, and therefore we won't be able to help you to do so. And the earlier that you do that, the better off it's going to be in the long run. For international students, it's critical that you enrol in all of your topics so that you are meeting your visa requirements. And I believe that ISS are here at International Support Services, and they'll talk you through a bit more about what that involves a little bit later on in the presentation. We do offer a drop-in session, which is every day at our Bedford Park campus, which is between 11:30 and 1 p.m. If you're not sure where that is, there's a big anchor in just out the front of the building. You can go in there at any time. You don't need to make an appointment, and somebody will see you to discuss anything you need to discuss in person. Alternatively, I'm at Tonsley on a Monday and a Wednesday and up on level 3. So if you're around and you've got questions, then please come up and ask questions in person up there at any time. So hopefully that gives you an idea about what it is we can assist you with. So welcome, and we look forward to assisting you through your studies.
Thank you very much, Tash. I don't need that, but... So what can we take away from that? Number one, course rule. Really, really important piece of information. We see a lot of students that don't follow their course rule and can't finish on time, especially internationals. And sometimes that can be resolved. A lot of the time we find out too late and it can't. So please look at your course rule. Follow it diligently. If you don't understand it, talk to your course coordinator and they can explain it to you. But it's really, really important that you actually follow that course rule. What else? Sorry? Ask Flinders, yes. It is a very good tool. Please use it early, not late, so that we can resolve your problems as soon as we can. Don't wait until week 11 before you ask us a question, because by then we are way past being able to assist. So as soon as you think you've got an issue, even if you don't think it's an issue, but you think it's an issue for you, put in an Ask Flinders request. There are no silly requests. They are all valid. Okay. ISS. Nina. For the international students. Who are the international students in here? How many have we got? And you're all doing what? MIT NCS, Master of Computer Science, those sorts of things? Are there some engineers in here as well, yeah? Who are the engineers? Whoa. Wow. I told you, the engineering staff should be sitting up the back with you guys, yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Flinders. So my name is Nina. I'm one of International Student Advisor, and I want to introduce my new colleague, Phương. He was an international student, and he's now joining our team. So Phương can tell us a little bit about what ISS is here for.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Everyone's here. I still remember 2 years ago, I was sitting in the back and was just so nervous, confused, very confused to get around the campus and getting to know people. And don't worry, it's actually you will be fine, and you just know where to go to support, to ask for support. Of course, at Flinders, we have a lot of support, and beside the college, ISS, we do have we're here to support you in your journey, study academic, and also your lives as well while you're here. So we answer all the questions that you have. Sometimes you study in Tonsley and then having a bit of issues and then don't know, it's a bit confused, and then you can email us at ISS inquiries or ask Flinders. Then your inquiry gonna navigate to our advisor. So one of us will be in the team to support you. And also, we discuss a lot of confidential matters, and we can see you in person or even online as well, discuss your matters. And while you as an international student, please make the most of your time here and engage to a lot of activities. It's not about all studies. You have to engage with different study activities, and also we do have orientation week, like a lot of activities going on, especially welcome event and Oasis Student Wellbeing Center where you can engage as well. Issue letters. So any letters that for support for your need, that you need to get like completion letters or confirmation of letters of your enrollment, we're here to help you as well. And the last things, we will connect you with other support services.
I want to, mention as an international student, you need to enroll full time. So full time load means 18 units per semester. So say if you want to withdraw, or sometimes some students say, oh, can I withdraw to avoid to have a fail grade? No, you can't do that. As an international student, you need permission from us. Okay, so it's strictly required that you are enrolled full time. And so can I enroll in online topics? So as an international student, you can do 33% of your course. So you can enroll full time. So say if you do a master degree, then you can enroll up to 5 semesters. But you need to have one on campus. So for you guys, new student, I would not recommend you to enroll 3 online topics the first semester, because you need to save some throughout your study, okay? Because if you study 3 online topics, you only have 2 left for the remaining of your course. Do I need to attend tutorial lab and lecturers? Yes, please. You need to attend your classes because it's really important that you follow, listen and, follow all the instruction from your lecturers. How much time do I have to spend with my study per week? So, Phương, share your experience. We recommend 10 hours per week.
There's a lot of readings, and also for my course, I did a Master of Wellbeing and Positive Mental Health in Education. So that's a lot of readings and research, and also reflections, writings as well. So make sure that you save a lot of time for your own study.
Yes, and then you can work up to 48 hours per fortnight during the semester. And I also want to remind you that you need to update your contact details, because it's a requirement from your visa condition that we have your current Australian contact details and phone number. And it's one thing that also want to remind you that on your Outlook, there is focus and other. Majority of students just check the focus email, but I would recommend you to also check the emails from other, because if we got any notification or send out to you, normally it goes straight to the other folder. So make sure you check both. Yeah. Do you have any questions for us? No? Oh, good. Good luck. And Phương and I are based in Bedford Park campus. So if you want to make an appointment to see us, please give us a call. We can talk to you, or you can catch a loop bus from Tonsley to Bedford to see us. Thank you. We will be here next Monday. We will have some schedules, like next Monday and the following Monday, then the last day of the enrollment. And we at the level 3. So please welcome. Come and see us. Thank you.
Okay. Couple of takeaways from that. International students and online. Well, you're lucky because you don't have any online topics, so you won't be able to enrol in any, so you won't be having a bit of a problem reaching that one. And as far as turning up, I think that goes for everybody. You should all turn up. We schedule classes for people to turn up. We don't schedule them so we can just rock up and talk to ourselves. We like talking to students. We like getting them engaged. We like teaching you stuff. So really good if you do turn up. Of course, we're not your mother, so we're not going to slap you on the wrist if you don't turn up, but they are designed for you to actually get something out of it and be engaged. Some topics you might find that you have to turn up to actually do some quizzes and things like that. So just be mindful of the topics you're enrolled in and be mindful of what the requirements of that topic are. I think by now all topics should be available on Flow. Hopefully everybody's published them, so you should be able to see at least, if not all of the content for some topics, certainly up to 4 or 5 weeks worth of content for a lot of the topics. Success and well-being. Who do we have here? Anna.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Ana Milena Diaz Leaño. That's too long. I spent my primary school learning how to write my name, but that's what happened with Spanish names, okay? So you can call me Ana. You don't have to learn the full thing. Here at Flinders, we are 3 student success and wellbeing advisors. We're in the process of recruiting a new one. And Mel, who is not joining us today, is the other as well. So the student success and wellbeing advisors, we can help you out with several things. Mainly, we're going to help you out to point out to you some support services. So for example, the international students advisors were already talking. So for example, what they do here, but who is here from Adelaide, like was born, raised, grown up from here in Adelaide? Okay, who is from interstate here? Someone from interstate? International students or migrants maybe? Yeah, many of us. Okay, so many of us in some moments of your studies, many of you maybe at the beginning are thinking, I got this. One of our international advisors was saying he was an international student before and he just sat behind, hiding from everyone else, you know? And maybe you're thinking a little bit, you know, hesitant about what you should do, who you should come to. So if you're feeling homesick, if you're not sure about an assignment, if you don't know who to ask about that, if you're feeling gloomy, here at Flinders, you might have around 40 plus student services that you can access at any point of time, but sometimes you don't know who to ask or where to go. So you can see that we have I think we have a web page. I don't see it here, but we only have that one. So we have a web page in which you can also book an appointment with us, and maybe you can go to us and ask us if you need any sort of support. There are support for disability services to have access plan. If you need support maybe for getting some information about employment. So we are not going to cover all that, but we can just point you out where to go. And if you want, we can also work with you a success plan for you to succeed in your studies. You can do that from the beginning. Carl was already saying the sooner the better, but if you prefer to do that maybe in 1 year time, you can also do that in that moment. Also, I'm going to tell you a secret. Your lecturers and your topic coordinators, they were students once, you know? They were like you sitting in the back. They were doing the bachelor's, the master, the PhD, and some of the things that you might be facing at any point of your journey, they already know about that. So your topic coordinators is another key point for you to ask whenever you're feeling hesitant about anything, about a question, especially if they are going to be experts. They're going to know more than me for sure about the topic, okay? So ask them anything about if you want a little bit more of guidance in the assignment, but also there are other support services that can help you with your academic commitments. So another thing you need to know that in week 3, you're going to receive a message, a text message that is going to ask you if you want some sort of support. If you want to have some sort of support or you want to chat to someone, you just have to respond to that text message, and me, Mel, or me, or the other student success and wellbeing advisor, we're going to contact you by a phone call or by email, depending on what you answer to that message, okay? And we can in that week 3 help you out as well. Otherwise, you can still book an appointment, or you can ask your topic coordinator to refer to us, because they can do that as well, okay? Also, we have another service here for students. So students learning support services. I do not work for student learning support services, but they were not able to be here today. So I'm going to pass on of the slides. If I'm making a mistake or saying the wrong thing, please correct me, for the ones that have been here for quite a while. So student learning support services is not a disability services, that is called disability services. Student learning support services is a service available to all students. So what they do, pretty much, they have 3 ways to be contacted, or that you can access their support. The first one is the Learning Launch, which is a in-phase drop-in service, and you can access that in the library. So it's stored in the Central Library at Bedford Park and in the city campus. Normally, they're available from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think that the schedules can vary. Again, they also Studiosity, which instead of being in phase, is an online session, and also they have an English for academic purposes. So the Learning Launch, when you enter there, you can find a learning advisor, and you can just sit down, work on your stuff, and they can help you out for around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and give you a little bit of guidance with your assignment. So whether it's about a question about how to reference properly, how to structure your assignment, how to understand that assignment, you can go there and ask. Additionally, you can also have here you can find the opening time. So it's accessible from Monday to Friday, normally from 11 to 2 p.m. They're not working on public holidays. And you can also go there whenever you're in need. If you're not having the time to go to the library, also you can access Studiosity, which is the same thing, but it's online. So if you're at home, if the ones that are online and you cannot come to the campus, you can use Studiosity. And at the same time, you can also submit your assignments up to 8,000 words, and you can receive feedback within 24 hours. Okay, so that is very good. And if you think, I'm already an English speaker, I don't need someone to help me with my written assignments, trust me, that you speak English doesn't mean that you have developed that high standards of reading skills. Maybe you need a little bit more polishing, and this can be like a proofreader for you to make sure that maybe you're not making grammar mistakes, misspellings, or if the things that you're saying maybe are not correctly referenced. Okay, so have this in mind. They can also give you some advice on English, math, science, and all the sciences that you see there, biology, chemistry, and physics. And also, you're going to find in Flow, in the learning platform, that there is going to be some modules that SLSS have for you, in which you can do, or you can register to do modules in phase, or you can have a self-paced module on Flow, and you can learn paraphrasing and quoting, planning your assignments, academic writing, and reading effectively. So these are some of the things you can get here, some other resources that SLSS have for you. So just give it a try, start checking on this. If you can do this sooner rather than later, probably you're going to have a good advantage to succeeding in your studies. I don't know if you have any questions. If you have any questions, I'm not going to be the best person to answer about SLSS, but I will try my best. Yeah, I couldn't hear you, sorry.
Okay, so will this be available? Is this available now, or will it only be available after the 3 weeks?
I think these resources are available now, but still there are some modules that you can register and attend. Okay?
All right.
Yep. Available all the time.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Any other question? Okay. Okay, thank you very much, and welcome to Flinders. If you have more questions, you just get the link, you can refer to SLSS. Thank you.
Oh, that's all right. Okay, so what can we take away from that? Well-being, lots of study support, lots of things to help you succeed. One of the big things, though, is making friends. Really, really hard on anybody, even if you're a native of the country, to be walking around on your own, doing this stuff on your own. Much better if you've got friends, and making them soon is really good. This is why it's really important to turn up to your classes, because you meet your fellow students. The other thing to take away from that is that if you have got issues and you do need assistance, please ask early. Again, the earlier you ask, the earlier we know, the earlier we can fix it. Don't wait until it's way too late. Okay, tips for academic success. So I think this is you, Nasser. Here you go.
Thank you, Carl.
You can just that if you want.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nasser Askari. I'm the Teaching Program Director for Engineering and Design. We will have another session with engineering people later on, but this is just to tell you some of the experiences that we had, and we put them all in a few kind of advices. First of all, active engagement in topics. If you want to be successful in your topics, you need to be attending the lectures, tutorials, workshop, all of them. I'm sure that you will be having some other activities like working, but please balance your work and studies and don't sacrifice your studies for working. So attend, especially the lectures. You may listen to the lectures or watch them online, but it is not the same. Being in the environment is very different. Check flow, Flinders Learning Online. I hope you are all familiar with flow now, flow concept. Everything happening in the topic will be coming through the flow. All of the lecture notes, recording, assignments, deadlines, announcement, everything is there. And you also submit your work in there. Be active and engage in the topic activities on the floor. You can engage with other students in the floor and ask questions. They will answer you, ask questions, and the topic coordinator will answer you back. Aim to link theories to you learn to real world problems. Whatever you study has got something in outside world which is linked to that. Sometimes you just learn a theory and say, okay, I learned it. What about it? Try to find an application that uses those theories. And once you find the application, you enjoy more and you know why you are learning those maybe hard concepts. Be aware of important days. There are lots of important days. These three are the most important ones. Last day to enroll. 2 weeks after the semester start, you cannot enroll in any more new topics. So you have to do all of your change of topics from one to another one within that 2 weeks. That is 2nd of August this year. Census Day, that's 23rd of August. Census Day is the date that if by 12 a.m. on that date, or the date at the 11:59 p.m. I will say, on 23rd of August, the system checks. If you are enrolled in the topic, you are in. If you are not, you are basically not in that topic, and you are liable for paying the HEX or paying the fees for that. So if you are not happy with your topic and you want to drop it, make sure that you drop before the census day and do all of the changes before the census day, because after that, nothing is possible that easily. There's one more day, which is last day to withdraw without fail, which is on 4th of October. Please remember this date. It is the date that if you see that you are not doing well in a topic and you're going to fail it, just drop the topic. You won't get a fail grade. You will get WM, which is withdraw, not fail. N is not fail. And you won't, that 0 mark will not be linked to your GPA. So as if that you haven't taken the topic. Of course, you have paid for it, but at least you didn't get a 0 in that topic. Now, international students should be aware that they should always be seeking the advice from the ISS before they can drop any topic, because if you drop below the full load, then your visa will have some issues. Ask for help when you need it. Don't delay it. I think this came in a few of the discussion that we have. The sooner you ask for help, the better solution we can find. You can say, where should I ask for help? Ask from anybody. This is in the order: course coordinator, topic coordinator, lecturer, tutor, any academic. Even ask from your students. If they don't know who is the responsible person, they will guide you to someone else who does that. So ask as soon as you can. Don't delay it. sometimes delaying makes it impossible to find a good solution. Check your Flinders email regularly. I think Nina mentioned about that, and also check the other part of the email that sometimes the emails go in there. This is the official way university contacts you. If there's a problem, we don't call your mobile phone unless it's an emergency. We simply send you an email. And if you don't reply, we assume that you have seen it, you haven't replied. So please check your emails regularly. Also communicate effectively when using your emails, such as introducing yourself, your topic, your degree, etc. Be always courteous and respectful. I have some examples in here. This is an email that I have received from one of my students. Hey, Nasser, I missed my practice week. What do I do? John, do you think I know which John is? Do you know which topic he missed? Do you know which prac he actually didn't attend? No, but this is a different way of saying the same thing. Hi, Nasser, this is John Anderson from your automation topic. Especially the code is important, ENGR 2712. We have so many topics, and we see the code, we can easily search for it and also understand what it is. I missed my prac session yesterday. Is there an option for me to catch up, please? That's what a better solution for writing an email. This is my last advice. Enjoy your degree and what you learn and make friends. I think Carl mentioned about making friends. Making friends take you to the journey with much more pleasure and you enjoy whatever you are doing. This is my advice. If you're not enjoying what you are doing in this university, you are in the wrong degree. You have to enjoy your degree. If not, maybe you need to change your degree. And make friends because they can make their journey much more pleasant and you can go through tough times very easily. Thank you.
Thanks, Nasser. Just on communication with your topic coordinators and such, the engineers will probably tell you how they'd like you to communicate with them on an individual basis. But who's not an engineer in here? Who's not an engineer? Okay. For all the students that are not doing engineering topics, in the computing and mathematical sciences, all of your communication with any of your lecturers will be done through the inbox in Canvas, not through the Flinders email system. Okay, just want to make that clear. If you send something through the Flinders email system to an academic in CMS, Computing and Mathematical Sciences, it will probably be ignored. We get bucket loads of email and it's difficult for that very reason, because we do get emails like that. Hey, that sort of stuff. If we get it through Flow or through Canvas, we know immediately what topic it is, we know immediately what your fan is, and we can address that straight away. It's a much more fluent way to deal with any sort of queries, okay? So certainly any other university business, by all means use the Flinders University account, but for anything to do with topics, please use the Canvas inbox. Okay. Icebreaker. Well, we could all go outside and break some ice. Not a problem. It's pretty cold out there. But I think what we might do is, I think the theme has been a little bit of late about making some friends. So maybe we can move around and talk to a few people for the next 5 minutes and make some friends, and then we'll get back to it. So I'll leave that to you guys to do. Don't be shy, have a chat, find out somebody who's doing the same course as you or maybe the same topic and have a bit of a yarn with them. That would be good. And then we might have some student ambassadors after that to answer some questions. But for now, have a bit of a yarn with each other for 5 minutes and we'll get back. And that doesn't mean the academics at the front of the room. I think you already know each other. So don't have a yarn. All right. Looks like everybody's been having a bit of fun making some friends. We can all resume our seats. We have some fearless students. Oh, well. And you? Hey? Oh, I bet you are. Positively glowing. All right. Yeah, I know they're making friends. It's good. It's good. Look, good turnout. A good turnout for mid-year. It's very good turnout. I was just talking to a couple of Mech Eng students. I said, poor sods, that's what I said. Yeah. Okie dokie. So what we've got now is I've got a couple of fearless students that really want to talk to you. And we will get them out the front because Tara and Hamish are really keen to share their story and their insights into what's going on. I'll give you one. That works. And I'll
Yay.
give you one.
Nah, you don't need one.
He doesn't need one?
No, he does. I was
Of course he
kidding.
does.
I could talk pretty loud. to be fair.
Okay. So I'll just hand over to the students. And I'm sure they've got a bit of a spiel.
Oh, I'll introduce myself. Hi, guys. My name is Tara. I'm currently halfway through my second year at Flinders Uni. I'm studying a Bachelor of Mathematical Sciences. I've loved every second of it. Flinders has provided so many good services. I'm very country girl. I'm from way down south, so I'm very scared of the city. So I can join a lot of people there, I feel like. But yeah, that's me.
Hi, my name's Hamish. I'm also studying math sciences, but I'm a third year instead. So like, yeah. Yeah. Flinders is pretty dope. I feel like you'll enjoy it. Like it's a good uni. But yeah, that's about the long and short of it.
Has anybody got any questions for these students that are a wealth of knowledge?
So intelligent.
Come on. Yes, I'll grab a microphone. I'll wander around.
Hey guys, so my question today is if you could go back to your first year, right at the beginning or week, whatever it may have been, that's the first things that you guys were attending, what would you say to whoever's going into their first semester they must start doing immediately, whether it be like habits or certain like groups that you should be part of? What do you suggest? Yeah.
That's a really good question. I would honestly suggest build an organizational system like immediately. Like have your assignments done as quickly as possible, but make sure you have like time for yourself as well. Like don't get too bogged down in studying. Make sure you're participating in activities, seeing friends, talking to people, like having a life as well as studying, because studying can quite easily just eat your entire life up and then you fall down this nasty spiral. So just be careful. But
Okay. Right.
at the same time, don't slack off, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All right, thanks.
My thing would probably be you guys are winning compared to me. I didn't go to O Week. I thought, oh, it's too far away. Oh, I'm a pretty confident person. I'll make it work. Uni can be very lonely. So you can kind of just rock up for your class, get there, leave. I would probably tell my younger self to just be positive and like talk to people because people are your outlet. You're going to have so much fun. I have liked uni a lot more this year because I've actually made friends when last year I was like, I'm better than this. It's all good. But you kind of learn to embrace it. You only get as much out of it as you put in. So just keep putting in. But yeah.
Anybody else while we're wandering around?
You got one up.
Oh. All right. I'll bring the mic. You can sit down.
Hey.
Okay. Hi there. I just want to ask you, what's the one thing you love the most about Flinders?
It's a really hard one. Oh, the staff. Hayden is my best friend. But no, actually, to be fair, the staff is pretty good. I actually love talking to people around here. I love just being social, loud, obnoxious, but then also being able to be nerdy, because I swear I spend most of my time playing sport. And so being able to come here and be a nerd and like be embraced and be enjoyed by other people is so great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ditto that. The staff are great. Like they just are. All your professors and teachers, they really want you to succeed and learn. So yeah, the staff are just great. Yeah.
Anybody else? Did I see somebody's hand up? All right. I got a question. Oh, I really want to get an extension. How do I go about getting that?
Well, on most of your course pages, there's an extensions request tab, and you can request an extension in there. Just don't do it like 5 minutes before the assignment's due. Your professor won't love that. Yeah.
A big thing for me would be I was really stubborn. So I have a like learning disability myself. And I used to think that I was better than it. And I didn't apply for like any disability services. And then it got to about halfway through last year and I was really struggling. And then I finally pulled my head in and went to talk to someone. And then they made it so easy. Extensions and help aren't scary. It's very simple. It's just clicking a few buttons and just applying documentation, and then you get to live a happier life. So that's what I would have to say.
Anybody else? Surely there's some people that have got some burning questions.
We're not that scary.
It is scary, isn't it? They know everything already.
I really
Nothing
don't.
to teach them. No?
Wing it.
Oh, Pepe. Oh, we've got staff that need questions asked. This is good.
So I had many of my students last year had some housing issues and locating housing and that type of thing. Is any advice on housing and getting integrated into Adelaide? I know there's a housing office here at Flinders.
I know there's a lot of things online and a lot of it is more just talking to people. And I know a lot of people are looking, I know housing is such an issue at the moment. I can't really talk. I live with my parents and I love them so much. Thank you. But there's a lot of online things for that. I've seen a lot of posts, especially with Facebook and stuff. There's a lot of people posting about needing roommates, and because the economy is very messed at the moment. So that's probably what I would say is social media and stuff, because there's a lot of teenagers looking for other help. Yeah.
Nothing else? Okay, you're off. Oh, Dave.
What's up?
These academics want to know stuff. This is
Hey,
good.
guys.
Okay, what's the best word on the street for the best coffee at Tonsley and the best place to eat?
The best place to eat. There is a burger joint out there. Oh. Très magnifique.
So 3 little pods?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like the best food in most of the campuses, barring the city, because the city has access to like pretty well infinite restaurants. But in terms of Tonsley, it's probably the best food you're going to get here.
And favorite coffee place?
I don't really drink coffee, but
My thing would also be the cold rolls from the sushi place just out there. Me and my friend do once a week. We hang out to eat said cold rolls, even though we know what they are every week. We still try them. Coffee wise, anything that uses Fluoro milk, because I work there. So go Fluoro milk, everybody.
I agree with the Fluoro milk.
Support
Can't beat
local.
it. Cream. Best.
Jersey Premium.
All right. Oh, Rachel, got some people online, have we? No, just you.
Have you joined any student clubs? And if you have, is there any that you can recommend and what's good about doing that?
Me personally, I just realized how many clubs there were out there. Awesome. I've joined the Latin dance group. I can't dance, but the guy who runs it is lovely, so I'm all on board. Besides that, I mainly just play local sport around, but not really clubs. But Latin dance group, everybody get amongst it.
Agreed. Latin dancing is good fun.
I did a brief stint in the judo club. I'd recommend it. It's very good. Clubs are great because you just get to meet people, and most of them are like-minded. Like if you go to the martial arts clubs, people just love martial arts. Like if you go to the sports clubs, they're just really passionate about the sports. So you meet a lot of really like-minded people you can connect with that aren't necessarily in your specific degree. So it's just a great way to expand your networking community. Just a really good tool. I'd really, really highly recommend using it if you got access to it.
Hi guys. Like my question is, how do you balance your uni schedule when like it's like at the point of the semester where there's so many assignments and everything is like piling up? So like how do you balance when it comes to exams, assignment, and there's so much stress on you? Like what tactics and methods do you use to like solve those issues?
When it comes to exams, my favorite thing to do is to look at go back over the entire course, not like in explicit detail, but look for where your weak points are. So you look at like the tutorials, for example. What questions do you struggle with? What question types? And specifically study those. Because if you have a pretty good understanding of how to do like X type problem, there's no real point in just like slamming it back into your head. You may as well just go through and look at the problems you aren't so great at and just keep looking at them until you understand them. But also make sure you still have time for yourself. Like don't spend all your time studying. Just make sure you read a book every now and again. I don't know, go for a walk. For real. Like just go outside, get the sun. It's so good for you. It'll help you study as well. Sitting in a room for 14 hours a day does not help. You need breaks.
I would also say visuals. I'm a very visual person. So like making your lists and like putting it somewhere where you can physically tick things off. That's how I kind of work. Along with like diaries and calendars are usually the things to really just physically look at it and go, have I done it? And then start working on it. My other thing would probably also just be making sure you're making study groups with other people because you're more likely to study when you're doing it with others because you kind of like don't expect to. Like I always just go with, I can figure it out. But then if my friend's asking for help, then I'll force myself to learn. But yeah, that's about it from me.
Just when it comes to assignments, guys, you usually get plenty of time to do them. But we see a lot of students wait until the last 2 days to do it, thinking they're going to get it done over the weekend. And it never actually works. Because then you ask for an assessment and extensions and it's all rigmarole and things like that. So as soon as you get those assignments, have a look at them. Don't put it off. Make a plan as to when you're going to do it. Yeah? I think these students would be on board
I've
with
shed
that.
a lot of
Make
tears.
a plan of when you're going to do it so that you can fit everything in, because at the end of the semester, you might have quite a few assignments due. I don't think you're going to have many exams, as far as I know, but there might
Unless
be
you're
a
doing
few.
maths.
Maybe if you're doing mathematical sciences, because they're tyrants, you might get some exams.
We hate being happy.
Hayden's up
Look
the
at
back there shaking his fist saying, yes, I'm a tyrant. But honestly, just make sure you've got a plan of when everything's due so that you can give yourself plenty of time to do it. Any other questions? Oh, Tom? No, I don't think so.
Is there any general study related apps that you've downloaded on your phone? Anything specifically for Flinders? Anything like that that you'd recommend that these students download now so they feel like they fit in, they understand what's happening? Because obviously there's Flow. I think there's an app for the bus that goes back and forth between the two campuses. Anything? I think there's one that shows like the maps, so you know where to go around the different campuses.
Yeah,
Are you guys familiar with those apps?
Yeah.
Yep.
That would have probably been in the enrolment pack.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Lost on Campus is probably one of the best apps you can download. It's like it's literally just a map of all the campuses, and it has like a function where it can tell you are in like space and direct you using like your phone's like maps to where you need to be. So if you're looking for a specific lecture theater and you're in like the general vicinity but you can't find it, it'll be like, go this way, 20 meters, and you can like kind of go like, oh yeah, in there. And it's so useful. It's great. The other app I have on my phone for Flinders is the Okta Verify app. I'm not gonna lie.
Okta Verify, yes.
Get that 2-factor, please. It's so good.
Yep. Anything else? Okay, well, I think you're off the hook now. You can thank you, our fearless students. Thank you very much. And I think discipline-specific information sessions. So I believe that whoever's doing engineering can follow the engineers into G32, and the IT students and anybody else can stay here. Yes, you've got to go outside. NASA's downloaded the app, so he will be able to find it, okay? All right.